Hey, good morning. Doug Treadwell here, Mountain Life Properties Landmark up in Highlands, North Carolina. Welcome to the first session of Mountain Life Mentoring. Today's topic, we're going to talk about the ramifications of either buying now and or waiting. We get a lot of folks that we talk to that are saying, you know, I'm 2, 3, 5 years away. I'm getting ready to retire. I've got kids in school. All good reasons to not buy now. Our site's perfect for just continuing to browse to see what's in the market. But what we want to talk about is really the benefits of going ahead and buying now versus what happens if you don't. So anyway, let's make an assumption that we're going to buy a $500,000 home up there. And that's going to be a $400,000 mortgage, $100,000 down payment. Right now, it looks like mortgage rates, you could probably get that for around $1,700 a month, which is about $20,000 a year. So taxes, insurance, and maintenance on that, to carry that's going to be about $5,000 a year. So you're looking at $25,000. Seems like a lot of money if you're not really ready to use the house. However, let's take a look at what happens if you don't. So the National Association of Realtors, the Appraisal Institute, and Zillow all have projections that the historical average increase in value of single-family residential homes in the United States is 4% per year. That goes back about 15 years. It's a very consistent, almost a straight line. We're actually seeing prices a little bit higher than that, or increases a little bit higher than that up here in the mountain. But let's go ahead and use 4%. So if we compound 4% a year for 5 years, that makes this $500,000 house 5 years from now $608,000. Now, you can either wait, spend $600,000, or you buy it now for $500,000, but you got the issue of carry costs. Well, one of the things that we have that's a nice benefit for the mountains is that we've got very, very high rates of rentals for seasonal properties. Just as an example, Landmark has 77 properties that they manage. I spoke with them yesterday. I've got a couple of different tenants or prospective tenants looking for space this summer. The only full month they have available is August, and only one property out of the 77. So there's not a lot of inventory up there available for prospective tenants. And one of the things that we're seeing is a lot of people that had traveled historically over to Europe to different places are not going to do that for the next couple of years. So while we've historically had a very high demand, I think that's actually going to probably increase over the next several years as we go through and wind our way through this, the COVID virus. Anyway, so when we look at that, for a property like this, the rental rate's going to be about $6,000 a month seasonally. We can rent June, July, August, September, October. No guarantees, but pretty solid. You're gonna be able to rent those months out. There's also people looking for Christmas, looking for Thanksgiving, etc. But let's just use those 5 months. So that's $30,000 a year. So with that $30,000 a year, that pretty much covers this $25,000. Let's just assume that that's a break even on your carry cost. Now, what happens though is over that 5 years, you're going to pay down about $50,000 on your mortgage. So your mortgage balance is going to drop by $50,000. So you're actually picking up about $158,000 over that 5-year period in equity. Now, there's another section here that's beneficial, and that's the tax savings. I need to talk to your CPA for specifics about this. But basically, you can write off your interest, your taxes, your insurance, your maintenance, and you get to write off depreciation. So when you look at those things, those amount to about $30,000 a year. If you're in a 30% tax bracket, just for the sake of argument, that's going to be about $9,000 a year. So when you're looking at this, you're actually picking up $31,000 a year in equity. You're picking up another $9,000 a year in tax savings. So you're actually picking up about $40,000 a year in what we would call your internal rate of return. So at $40,000, whoops, did that wrong. That's $4 million. At $40,000, based on your $100,000 down payment, your actual rate of return on this property over that period is about 40%. Let's say you have a month or so that doesn't get rented out, you're still going to be over a 30% return on that for the life of that 5-year period. So the point being is it's not necessarily a bad idea to wait, but it's not a bad idea at all to go ahead and buy now. If you have any questions, specifics on this kind of thing, specific properties, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and the Mountain Life team. We've got Dan Dowdy, John Sheehan, Kelly Ramsey and myself, Doug Treadwell, ready to help you out. Look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.